All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Set and Forget podcast. You guys already know this is episode 3. I think that we are solo. You guys already know I'm starting my psychology series on trading. So you guys already know I have a psychology course. I'm literally going to be pouring it to you guys out for free here on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is that you guys are listening to this video. So with that being said, this episode, we're going to start the actual structure. Because if you guys know the last 2 videos, first of all, the last video that I did, which was the surfing analogy, you guys loved it. Like, go look at the comments. Like, it's ridiculous. It's probably, I personally think, one of my best videos overall, whether it's educational, podcast, or just anything that I have ever posted. That has probably been the most video that makes not only the most sense, but that it could affect your journey. Like, it can literally shift your journey in 180 degrees and put you in the right direction. If I would have heard what I said in that video 2 years ago, it would have not took me as long to get to where I am today. But like how I say and all my friends say, everything happens for a reason. It is what it is. It's just part of the journey. But that last video, the amount of love, the amount of just interaction that I got on that last video was ridiculous. And I hope you guys are ready for what's to come, because now it's the actual psychology series. The last video was kind of like a little introduction gem to what to expect for the next couple of videos. With that being said, this is going to be video number 1 official of the psychology series, and that's going to be money mindset, right? What do I mean by money mindset? Well, this is very crucial. Reason is because, let's be honest, we're in the business of money, finances. We're not out here selling cars, or we're not out here just simply going to fish or in the gym. We're not in fitness. We're in the industry of finance, right? So if you go to the gym, you have to be in the right physical in order to lift certain weights or be in certain trainings. If you're going to be in sales, you need to be good at communication or persuasion or whatever you do in sales, right? So my point is that we're in the finance space, we're in the money space, so you need to have the right money mindset. So what do I mean by that? Well, to a lot of people, for example, let's say $5,000 is a lot of money, right? And in the case of many, $5,000 could be a lot. That could pay many expenses monthly, or it could pay for a vacation or any debt that one person may have. But there's also what you want to do with your money. Let's say you're making $5,000 extra. Where do you want to live? Luxury? Would you want to go to vacations? A lot of people out there have different goals. For example, a lot of people like luxuries, whether it be cars, jewelry, fancy restaurants, big house, vacation home. Other people just rather travel, so they would rather be working remotely from wherever they work, so they can literally go to the Bahamas, Hawaii, or wherever it is that you want to go travel. And that's a different type of luxury, because you don't report to anybody. You're basically living at your own terms. You could clock into work whenever you want, and then you do whatever you want. You don't have any chains, any watches. You just like being independent, doing whatever you want, however you want, if you want. But let's be honest, guys, we're in the financial industry. Same way how out there, let's say we were to go into the fitness space, and the normal in the fitness space is running a mile, right? I have no idea. This is just an example. Let's just say the normal in the fitness space is running a mile. If you run a mile, you can't be, holy shit, yeah, I ran a mile. No, bro, like, this is what we do here, right? Let's say you're going to go be a salesperson at a car dealership, and you sell 2 cars a month. You can't, oh shit, I sold 2 cars. No, like, this is what you do here. You're here to sell cars, and you just move on. Same thing to trading. Just because you made $4,000 or $5,000, you can't go crazy. Oh my God, no, like, bro, you're in the financial industry. Like, there's trillions of dollars being moved here on a daily basis. Like, you see it. Just search it up. How much money is traded on a daily basis in Forex? At the beginning, when I started trading, it was like 6.3 trillion. Think the market cares if you take $5,000, $10,000, $20,000? No, it's not even a scratch. So this leads me to my point. The majority of the people are used to making a month, let's say anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Let's just call it $5,000 flat, right? Just for example's purposes. This is good. You're living good. You're paying your bills. You're being able to take out to go eat, little vacations here and there. But let's be honest, it's not enough to live the luxuries that you want, right? So you come in with that same energy saying, all right, if I were to just make double, if I were to make, instead of 5,000 a month, if I could make 10 in the charts, I'll be happy, simply because all of the money that I make from work, I can spend it, and the other $5,000 I can either save it or live this luxury lifestyle that you want, which is okay. But I'm gonna explain to you guys why this is crucial to your trading, due to the fact that when you come to the charts with that energy, let's say you set a trade to have it take profit of a 1 to 4 risk to reward. At that 1 to 4 risk to reward, your profit target was $15,000. But simply because you're up on the trade, let's say a 1 to 2 risk to reward, and you're up those $5,000, you're like, oh my God, what I make in a whole month, I'm just up right now. Boom, you click close. This is probably one of the most crucial things you could do to your trading, because now at this point, you're not taking trades logistically based off of what the market is showing you. You are now taking and closing a trade off of impulse emotion to the dollar amount that you are entitled to or stuck to, or you just feel like it's a lot. So the money that you make a month, you're like, all right, cool, I just doubled that, I close. The trade keeps on going. It could have given you $15,000. And this is the issue, because since you're not used to making double the amount of money, once you get it, you don't know how to handle it and you blow it. So let's say you actually get that money in your possession, you withdraw it to your bank. You're not used to making this amount of money. So once you get it, either you don't know how to manage it, or at that point you're emotional and you either spend it sporadically or you try to double it, triple it, and that's where you lose all the money. And this is where I need you guys to understand the money mindset. Like $5,000 is not a lot. It might be a lot for one time, 2 times, but you're not going to be able to live a certain lifestyle with $5,000 a month. Let's be honest. You can get $5,000 anywhere in this Forex industry with literally $700. You go to Leveled Up Society and you can get funded $100,000. Like, do you know what that is? Do you see the leverage that you are getting? $700 or $650, whatever the account is, versus $100K. Your $5,000 has just turned into $100K with simply a 1 to 2 to risk to reward trade, while you're just risking $650. Like, the leverage that you have in this industry is a lot different. And this is where you guys need to fall into the right money mindset, because if you just come into this with a percentage-based risk, everything changes. You no longer need to come into this space and be like, all right, I am now gonna come and make $10,000 a month. I want to make double what I make at my job. No, you have $100,000 account. Manage it according to what that account is. I want to make 7, 12, 15% a month. If you can make 7, 10% on any account, literally just do the math on any account that you want. If you make 10% on a $10,000 account, you can make 10% on $1 million account. I could have that account copied on a different copy trader. Like, if I give you right now a 10K account and I'm like, bro, just flip it, and you turn it from 10 to, let's say, 12,000, meaning you just made 20%, and I could have that account connected to a copy trader with $1 million account. You just made 20% on the $1 million account. I'm like, yo, look, you just made 200K. Oh my God, I just made 200K. No, bro, you just made 20%. It's the same thing. That's what you guys need to understand. That is a percentage-based risk. You need to completely eliminate the factor of the dollar money. It's the same percentage, different account size. And this is where I need you guys to understand that it is just numbers on a screen. Your goal here is to transfer numbers from one screen to another screen, from the charts to your bank account. Once you're in your bank account, you do whatever you want with it. And that's what I'm going to be giving you guys later on, the money rule, which is my 30-30-10 rule, but I'll be explaining that to you guys, right? So you guys need to understand, once you get the money from one screen to the other screen, you're not good. Do not get the attachment to the money. You need to come to this with a percentage-based risk. And this is the issue, because you're comparing what you make at your job with the charts. No, you're in the wrong mindset. This is, you see how I bring it back to it. Like, you have the mindset of a job, of a hard worker, which is cool. Stay there. Leave that mind there. Disconnect it once you clock out and plug in your money mindset once you come into the charts, because everything completely changes. You can't come in with that same approach that you come in from your job to trading Forex. And this can also basically be with the people that you surround yourself, whether it be at work, outside of work, or just people you surround yourself with in general. Let's say you're trading with, because this happened to me, so it's like a personal experience that I'm sharing with you guys. I remember that when I was chilling with some old school friends, like one of my first times flipping an account, I think I had taken like maybe 5,000 to like 8,000-9,000, right? And I was showing them like, look, bro, I just made 3K in like a day and a half. They're like, bro, dude, that's so much money, bro. Close it. You're crazy. Close it. I'm just like, why? Like, it's not done. Like, I still got so much more. Bro, you're crazy, dude. You don't want to lose all that money. Just, close with it. Run it. You got lucky. Basically calling you, that it was out of luck. So whatever. Fuck it. I closed the trade. They're right. I come back to the screen and I look at the charts. I could have made $10,000, $15,000 off the trade. At that point, I'm not only mad at myself. Like, I can't be mad at that person because, I went and I clicked the button. But I got mad at myself because I just listened to somebody else. And that's when I realized who you surround yourself with is who you're going to end up being. So you got to be around the right people. But this will be into like another episode that I get into and how to get into those spaces. So the being surrounded with the wrong people will affect your trading, because to them, that's a lot of money. I was up 3,000, 4,000 in profit. And I'm like, bro, this is cool. Like I was already entering that phase, like that mindset where I was just getting numb to it. I'm like, bro, this is really not that much. Like there's a lot more that I can make off of this. So having that person around you makes you kind of go back to that different mindset, to that work mindset or to that poor mindset where it's like, damn, that is a lot of money that you could have just made from the money. Close it right away. That's very, very, very crucial to your decision making when it comes to trading the charts. You want to make sure when it comes to certain things like this, and you're plugged in on this certain mindset, don't show anybody else. Just stay in your own, like stay in your lane, do your thing, and focus on what. So now I'm gonna give you guys my 30-30-30-10 rule that I use not only for like my finances but for my whole entire life as a whole. And this is 10x to me. Everybody around me uses it, and it's honestly ridiculous, right? So 30-30-30-10 rule. Write this down, tattoo it, put it on your wall, do whatever you got to do, right? So obviously 100% of your income, you can't just splurge it. You can't just go out there and spend it. You can't just invest it all. You can't just save it all. You have to know how to properly manage your money. So this is a very basic and very powerful way of managing your money. 100% of your income, you divide it in 4. 30-30-30-10. 30% of your income needs to go to your residual expenses, whether it's your mortgage, your car payments, insurance, food, whatever you have residual every single month without you leaving your front door, you got to pay. That has to be 30% of your income. The other 30% of your income, you save. You got to be liquid. You got to have someone in the bank account just in case for a rainy day, because shit happens fucking around. Another COVID comes by and we have no idea, who knows with Biden being fucking whatever, right? So then third has to be 30% of your income. You have to invest. You have to invest this money, whether it's in a parked asset or something that goes up in value, whether it's a crypto, stock, yourself, books, get funded. Like you need to invest money, because if you throw it into the savings, you're going to either just spending it or it's just not doing you any good. You need to have other sources of income. You need to multiply your money, because you can make all the money, but if you're not multiplying it, you're not doing anything. You're literally cutting yourself short by half. You're literally just cutting your income in half because you're not doing anything with it. So mandatory invest it in something that will make you better or will bring you return in the future. And then 10% is what you splurge. You go out to, the club or party or whatever you want to do with your money. I personally try to not even have this. I personally try to add this into the investment as much as I can, simply because I just want to compound as much money as I make right now since I'm young, and just keep it going throughout the years and then eventually start spending. So I want you guys to listen to this analogy really fast, because I definitely think this is my top 3 analogies when it comes to comparing finances to just any regular life analogy, right? So society sets you up for failure. What do I mean by that? Let's say right now you get a corporate job. For the next 15, 20 years after you retire, or before you retire, they're going to pay you a salary. And that salary is not going to go up. That's just what you get paid. If anything, after 5, 10 years, they're going to raise it just very slightly, right? What does that do is you're just capped. There's no room for you to grow. You're just stuck within that same amount. You're just used to that amount. You don't know how to manage anything else other than what you are currently making, which is your standard. If you mess up, next month they're going to get the same amount, and that's your window for you to manage. Let's say right now we're hitting the gym for 15, 20 years. And then I just always, whenever you go hit the bench press, you only put a 20 pound. So for 15, 20 years, you're hitting a 20 pound on the bench press. They're literally capping you to your potential of your growth, of your strength, of whatever as big as you can get. But here comes the issue. Let's say one day I decide to add a 10 to the bench press. You're not going to know how to manage it, because you're used to you're used to just lifting the 20 pounds. So the moment that I add the 10 pound, you become unstable and you don't know how to manage it. Same exact thing happens when it comes to the base salary. When people are getting paid a certain amount of money for 15, 20 years, when they start seeing all these numbers on the screen on Forex, it kind of throws them off, because they're not used to managing this amount of money. And that's where emotions, greed, fear, and just this whole entire issue occurs, because they have been using the wrong mindset, where they have been coming from a corporate job and they're getting now introduced to this crazy world that it's unlimited opportunities, and it throws off their imbalance. So keep that in mind. If you're currently being capped, just know that if they ever put another dumbbell on you, you got to be prepared for what's to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just video number 1 of what to expect in the psychology series. You guys already know We got an app coming out. App is probably coming out in 2 to 3 weeks. There's going to be so many gems coming out in there. If you guys want to see more educational stuff, make sure to join my free Telegram in the link below. If you guys want to get funded, Level Up Society is the only place to do it. You guys want to be part of the Level Up crew. And with that being said, appreciate you guys watching the video all the way to the end. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.